हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम ऑल ऑफ यू अगेन इन माय क्लास। तो लास्ट क्लास में हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया था बॉन्डिंग इन कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड्स। तो बॉन्डिंग इन कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड्स कैन बी एक्सप्लेन्ड बाय थ्री कॉन्सेप्ट्स। वन इज वार्नर्स थ्योरी ऑफ कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड्स, वन इज वैलेंस बॉन्ड थ्योरी एंड अनदर इज क्रिस्टल फील्ड थ्योरी। तो लास्ट क्लास में हम लोगों ने वार्नर्स थ्योरी एक्सप्लेन किया था, उसके बाद valence bond theory is also explained and some examples of valence bond theory was shown in the previous class. So in today's class we should do some other examples of valence bond theory and then crystal field theory. So let's start with other examples of valence bond theory. तो last class में हम लोगों ने explain किया था how octahedral complexes are formed, what are the type of hybridization इन ऑक्टाहेड्रल कंपाउंड। तो ऑक्टाहेड्रल कंपाउंड जिसमें कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर 6 होता है, तो इधर sp3d2, तो sp3d2 होने से आउटर ऑर्बिटल कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्मेशन होता है, और d2sp3 होने से इनर ऑर्बिटल कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्मेशन होता है। तो टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विथ टेट्राहेड्रल कॉम्प्लेक्सेस। सो फर्स्ट वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विथ tetrahedral complexes. Tetrahedral complexes. तो in tetrahedral complex the coordination number of the compound is 4. Coordination number is 4. So our first example, number 1, formation of Ni nickel CO4, NiCO4. So how NiCO4 compound is formed? What is the type of hybridization occurs in NiCO4? How many unpaired electrons are present, or what is the magnetic behavior of the compound? So we should study from its formation. So here let's start. Central atom is nickel. तो पहले हम लोगों को जानना पड़ेगा what is the oxidation number of nickel. तो oxidation state of nickel in this complex is what is the oxidation state of nickel in this complex? So CO is the strongest ligand and it is neutral ligand. So CO neutral ligand, its oxidation number is 0. So nickel is also is in 0 oxidation state. So oxidation state of nickel in this complex is 0. Now nickel, atomic number of nickel is 28. So its electronic configuration, up to argon there are 18 electrons, and then 4s2, 18 plus 2 20, then 3d 8, 28. So here 3d subshell contains 5 orbitals, 1 2 3 4 5, and then 4s. After that 4p orbital. So this is 3d, this is 4s, and this is 4p. So here 4s orbital contains 2 electrons and 3d orbital contains 8 electrons. So these 8 electrons are filled according to Hund's rule. 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the general electronic configuration of nickel according to Hund's rule. So in this compound, nickel is in 0 oxidation state. So oxidation state nickel 0. that means same oxidation state. So since CO is the strongest ligand, so it has the capacity to pair up the unpaired electron present in 3d orbital. So if these two electron paired up, this orbital remains vacant. So CO is the strongest ligand, so it can also push 4s electrons to the 3d orbital. So these two paired up in this position, and this 2 electron comes over here. Coordination number of nickel is 4. So nickel makes available 4 orbitals to accommodate the electron pairs donated by the CO molecule. So 4 vacant orbital. So 4 vacant orbital, 1 s orbital and 3 p orbital. So we can write here s p3 sp3 hybridized orbital of nickel. sp3 hybridized orbital of nickel. So sp3 hybridized orbital to show here 1 2 3 4 5 4s and 4p. These 2 electrons gets paired up, and 4s electrons also comes over here. So now 4 vacant orbitals are there. One is s orbital and 3 p orbital. So this undergoes sp3 hybridization. sp3 hybridization. Now formation of NiCO4, nickel tetracarbonate. Formation of NiCO4. So in the formation of NiCO4, 5d orbital 1 2 3 4 5, 1 s orbital and 3 p orbitals. So these 5 orbitals have 5 pairs of electrons, just like this, and CO molecule donates 4 lone pair of electrons to the vacant orbital of nickel. So these are 4 electron pairs donated by 4 CO molecule. So 4 CO molecule donates 4 pair of electrons in the vacant orbital of nickel. Bus complete. So you can write here CO. So since CO molecule is the strongest ligand, since CO molecule is the strongest ligand, it can pair up the unpaired electrons. Unpaired electrons. So these are the unpaired electrons. These 2 unpaired electrons paired up here. Unpaired electrons of 3d orbital. 3d orbitals, and also pushed 4s electrons, to the vacant 3d ऑर्बिटल। तो ये दोनों पेयर्ड होने के बाद एक ऑर्बिटल वैकेंट रह जाता है। 4s इलेक्ट्रॉन ऑल्सो पुश टू द वैकेंट 3d ऑर्बिटल। The resulting complex involves sp3 hybridization and thus, तो sp3 हाइब्रिडाइजेशन होने से शेप होता है टेट्राहेड्रल एंड thus tetrahedral in shape. So tetrahedral shape. So tetrahedral shape, nickel is the central atom. We know the tetrahedral shape is 1, 2, 3 and 4. The 4 CO molecule, 1 CO molecule here, 1 CO molecule here, 3rd CO molecule and 4th CO molecule. So NiCO4. All these bonds are coordinate bond, but you need not to show the coordinate bond. So this is NiCO4 tetrahedral shape. And further, how many unpaired electrons are there? All electrons are paired. That means there is no unpaired electron. तो अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन नहीं होने से क्या होता है? मैग्नेटिक प्रॉपर्टी डायमैग्नेटिक, अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन रहने से पैरामैग्नेटिक। तो फर्दर, ड्यू टू द एब्सेंस ऑफ एनी अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन, due to the absence of any unpaired electron, the complex is diamagnetic. Diamagnetic in nature. The complex is diamagnetic in nature. So this is complete. So NiCO4 molecule, it undergoes sp3 hybridization. That's why its shape is tetrahedral. This complex does not contain any unpaired electron, so this compound or this complex is diamagnetic in nature. Clear? Say another example. Second example, formation of Zn NH3 4 dipositive. Formation of Zn NH3 4 dipositive. So in this complex, central atom is zinc. So what is the oxidation number of zinc here? So oxidation state of zinc in this complex ion is, NH3 is a neutral ligand, so it is 0, 2 positive. So oxidation number of zinc in this complex ion is +2. So we have the atomic number of zinc is 30. So argon 18, then 4s2, 18 plus 2 20, after that 3d 10, 30. So here 3d orbital, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 4s, 4p, 3d, 4s and 4p. The 4s 2 electron, and 3d orbital contains 10 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 electrons. But in this complex ion, zinc is in +2 oxidation state. So zinc, it is in +2 oxidation state. So +2 is a 2 electron removes from its vacant 4s orbital. 4s से 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन चला गया. So the electronic configuration is 3d10 only. 4s 0. So for 3d10, we can write 3d10 and 4s and 4p. So here 4 vacant orbital are there. Now see, NH3 is a weak ligand, and weak ligand do not have any capacity to pair up unpaired electrons. But here unpaired electron is not present. So in this complex ion, zinc shows sp3 hybridization because its coordination number is 4 and it needs 4 vacant orbital. So we can write sp3 hybridized orbital of zinc dipositive ion. (3d) 4s and 4p. 3d10. Now these are the sp3 hybridized orbital. Now formation of Zn NH3 dipositive. In the formation of Zn NH3 dipositive, its d orbital of zinc dipositive ion 4s and then 4p. So its d orbital contains 10 electrons. Now NH3 ligand, NH3. So each NH3 has one lone pair of electron. So one NH3 donates its lone pair of electron in this 4s orbital, and other 3 NH3 ligand donate paired of electron to the 4p orbital. So 4s and 4p. So s orbital and p orbital, that means 4 electron pairs donated by 4 NH3 molecule. 4 NH3 molecule donates 4 pair of electron. Now see, explain. So here NH3 is the weak ligand. So since NH3 is a weak ligand, it cannot pair up the unpaired electrons of 3d orbital. But since here unpaired electron is not present, it remains same. The resulting complex involves sp3 hybridization and thus tetrahedral in shape. So sp3 hybridization होने से shape always tetrahedral. Since there is no unpaired electron present, the complex ion shows diamagnetic character. और इसका स्ट्रक्चर कैसा होगा? जिंक इज द सेंट्रल एटम, Zn सेंट्रल एटम, टेट्राहेड्रल शेप में से 1 2 3 and 4. Here one NH3 molecule, one NH3, NH3 and NH3, 4 NH3 molecule. It is total dipositively charged. So this is Zn NH3 4 dipositive compound. So I am not writing here. So the complex shows sp3 hybridization, and so its shape is tetrahedral. Further, due to the absence of any unpaired electron, the resulting complex or the complex ion Zn NH3 4 dipositive is diamagnetic in nature. तो हो गया टेट्राहेड्रल कॉम्प्लेक्स. तो लास्ट क्लास में दिखाया था ऑक्टाहेड्रल कॉम्प्लेक्स, अभी हो गया टेट्राहेड्रल कॉम्प्लेक्स. नेक्स्ट वी आर गोइंग टू स्क्वायर प्लेनर कॉम्प्लेक्सेस. पार्ट सी, स्क्वायर प्लेनर. स्क्वायर प्लेनर कॉम्प्लेक्सेस. तो स्क्वायर प्लेनर कॉम्प्लेक्स में कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर कितना है? तो स्क्वायर प्लेनर कॉम्प्लेक्स also has coordination number 4. Coordination number 4 is also for square planar complex. The first example, number 1, formation of NiCN4 dinegative. So formation of NiCN4 dinegative. So now we know what is the shape of this complex. How many unpaired electrons are present in this complex? What is the magnetic behavior of this complex? So let's see how the formation of NiCN4 dinegative occurs. So at first, what is the oxidation state of nickel here? So oxidation state of nickel in this complex ion is, what is the oxidation state of nickel here? So Cn negative. So Cn is -1 into 4, -4. -4 is said minus a +4. So -2 + 4 +2. So in this complex, nickel is in +2 oxidation state. So nickel, free atom, its atomic number is 28. So its electronic configuration up to argon 18 electrons, then 4s2 20, and then 3d 8 28. So 3d 1 2 3 4 5. So this is 3d orbitals. After 3d there is 4s orbital and then 4p orbitals. 4p. So its 4s orbital contains 2 electrons and 3d orbital contains 8 electrons. According to Hund's rule, at first one electron filled up the orbitals and then pairing takes place. So nickel. So since nickel is in +2 oxidation state, so nickel +2. So +2 is a 2 electron removes from its valence shell. So its valence shell is 4th shell, 4s shell. तो 4s से 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन चला गया. So electronic configuration argon 18 and then 3d 8. 3d 1 2 3 4 5. 3d8, after 3d, 4s, and then 4p. So 3d 8 electrons. So ठीक है, 3d 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So this is nickel plus 2 state. So it required 4 vacant orbital. So 4 vacant orbital required. But Cn negative is a strong ligand, and strong ligand has the capacity to pair up the unpaired electron. So these 2 unpaired electrons of the 3d orbital gets paired up. So ये दोनों paired up होने से this orbital remains empty. So 4 Cn can donate their lone pairs here, 1 2 3 and 4. That means D S P2 hybridization. So D S P2 hybridized state of nickel dipositive ion. The nickel dipositive ion shows DsP2 hybridization state. 1 2 3 4 5 D, and then S. So D orbital 1 2 3 4 5 6. This 2 electron gets paired up since Cn negative ion is a strong ligand. So we need 4 vacant orbital. This is 1 2 3 and 4. So D S P2 hybridization. DsP2 hybridization. So you can write, since Cn negative ion is a strong ligand, so it can pair up the unpaired electrons of 3d orbitals. The resulting complex involves DsP2 hybridization. And thus DsP2 hybridization होने से square planar, and thus square planar in shape. So DsP2 hybridization होने से square planar, where 4 orbitals takes part in hybridization. sp3, here also 4 orbital takes part in hybridization, but sp3 होने से tetrahedral, dsp2 होने से square planar. तो square planar shape होने से shape कैसा है? See, तो central atom is nickel. 1 2 3 4, coordination number 4. So nickel is attached to 4 Cn molecule. There is 1 Cn, second Cn, third Cn, fourth Cn. Ni Cn4 2 negative, 2 negative. Ni Cn4 2 negative. So this is the shape of NiCN4 dinegative ion. Further, now see how many unpaired electrons are there? No unpaired electrons. So due to the absence of any unpaired electron the resulting complex ion shows diamagnetic character. So this complex ion shows diamagnetic character. Clear? Now I am showing another example which is exceptional. Number 2, formation of copper NH3,4 dipositive. So its behavior is exceptional. You need to remember this. Copper NH3,4 dipositive. So here the oxidation state of copper in this complex ion is +2 because NH3 is neutral. So copper atomic number is 29 and its electronic configuration argon 18 29, so 4s1 3d10 because half filled or full filled orbitals are more stable compound. So one electron from 4s orbital goes to the 3d orbital for giving the extra stability to this atom. So copper electronic configuration 4s1 3d10. So here 3d orbital 1 3 4 and then 5. This is 3d. After 3d 4s and then we can write 4p orbital also. So 4s orbital contains 1 electron and 3d 10. That means all orbitals are fulfilled. Now in this complex ion, copper is in +2 oxidation state. The +2 oxidation state होने से 2 electron removes from its valence shell. So 4s is the valence shell. So this shell contains only 1 electron. So 1 electron removes from 4s orbital and 1 electron removed from 3d orbital. So argon 18. Now here remains 3d 9. So its electronic configuration 3d orbital contains 9 electron. 4s 0. So 9 electron according to Hund's rule 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. ठीक है. Now it is exceptional. मैंने पहले बोला this electron goes in this orbital for giving dsp2 hybridized state. So dsp2 hybridized state of copper dipositive ion. S and 4p. This electron goes here. So this is one d orbital, one s orbital and two p orbital. dsp2 hybridization. ये इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ से यहाँ पे आ गया, that is exceptional case. Now formation of copper NH3 dipositive, d orbital, s orbital and p orbital. Four NH3 molecule donates 4 pair of electron to the vacant orbital of copper. So these are the 4 electron pairs donated by 4 NH3 molecule. ठीक है, तो here the resulting complex involves dsp2 hybridization and thus square planar in shape. So dsp2 hybridization होने से square planar in shape. So its shape is square planar. Copper is the central atom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coordination number 4. 4 NH3 molecule, 1 NH3, 2 NH3, third and fourth coordination compound. So copper NH3 dipositive. So this is the shape of this molecule. So this compound, complex compound. So the resulting complex involves dsp2 hybridization and thus square planar in shape. Magnetic behavior क्या है? तो due to the presence of one unpaired electron, the complex ion shows paramagnetic character. So this complex ion is paramagnetic. This is paramagnetic because it contains one unpaired electron. अगर अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ पे रह जाता है sp3 हाइब्रिडाइजेशन होता है, शेप हो जाता टेट्राहेड्रल, बट ये ऐसा नहीं होता है. So it is exceptional case. तुम्हें याद रखना है कॉपर NH3 dipositive gives square planar geometry where one electron from d orbital shifted to 4p orbital. याद रखना है. तो हो गया स्क्वायर प्लानर कॉम्प्लेक्स का भी एग्जांपल, 2 एग्जांपल दिखा दिया. अभी चलते हैं ट्राइगोनल बाइपिरामिडल शेप. ट्राइगोनल बाइपिरामिडल शेप में कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर होता है 5. डी, तो पर डी ट्राइगोनल बाइपिरामिडल complexes. In trigonal bipyramidal complex, coordination number is 5. Trigonal bipyramidal complex has coordination number 5. So our first example, formation of FeCO5. So FeCO5. So how FeCO5 compound is formed? What is the type of hybridization occurs in FeCO4? What is its magnetic property? So here the oxidation number oxidation state or oxidation number of iron Fe in this complex is, so CO is a neutral ligand, so coordination number of iron in this complex is 0. That means here we can write iron in free state, its iron, its atomic number is 26. So its electronic configuration argon 18, 4s2 20, then 3d 6 26. So 3d orbital, fours, and then 4p. So 3d, 4s, 4p. So 4s orbital contains 2 electrons and 3d orbital contains 6 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then 6. So now see here, iron is in 0 oxidation state. So 0 oxidation state होने से electronic configuration remains same. So since CO is the strongest ligand, so CO strongest ligand paired up the unpaired electrons of 3d orbitals. तो 3d orbitals में total कितना इलेक्ट्रॉन है? 6 electrons. So out of 6 electrons, if all the electrons gets paired up, then 3 orbital, तीनों ऑर्बिटल में ये इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ पे आ जाएगा. This one comes here. 2 orbitals remains vacant. So CO is the strongest ligand, so it can push 4s electrons to 3d orbital also. So here 3d orbital remains 1 vacant orbital. The coordination number of iron is 5. So iron needs 5 orbital to be vacant, so that 5 CO molecules can be accommodated in this 5 orbitals, or you can say the lone pair of electrons of 5 CO molecules can be accommodated in the 5 orbitals of iron. So one orbital, this one, second 2, 3, 4, 5 orbitals. That means D, S, P3 hybridization. So you can write here D, S, P3 hybridized state of iron. So D. S and P3. So these 4 unpaired electrons also gets paired up, since CO is the strongest ligand. And CO ligand also push these 2 electrons of 4s orbital to 3d orbital. So here 1 d orbital, 1 s orbital and 3 p orbital. Total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orbitals. So dsp3 hybridization takes place. Now formation of FeCO5. So FeCO5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5. D, S, P3. Four pair of electrons. The CO molecule donates 1 lone pair here, second CO molecule, third CO molecule, fourth CO molecule, fifth CO molecule, 5 CO molecule. Donates 5 lone pair of electrons to the vacant orbital of iron. So here you can write 5 electron pairs donated by 5 CO molecules. Okay, so in presence of strongest CO ligand, in presence of strongest CO ligand, so CO is the strongest ligand, the unpaired electrons in 3D orbitals, so these are the unpaired electrons in 3D orbitals, gets paired up and also pushed the 4s electrons, to 3D vacant orbital. तो ये पेयर्ड होने के बाद दो ऑर्बिटल वैकेंट रह गया डी 3D, तो 4s इलेक्ट्रॉन एक ऑर्बिटल में आ गया. ऑल्सो पुश द 4s electrons to 3D vacant orbital. The resulting complex involves dsp3 hybridization and thus dsp3 hybridization होने से ट्राइगोनल बाइपिरामिडल इन शेप. तो ट्राइगोनल बाइपिरामिडल शेप कैसे ड्रॉ करोगे? तो आयरन इज द सेंट्रल एटम, आयरन 1 2 3 4 and 5 is trigonal bipyramidal shape. So 5 CO molecule 1 2 3 4 and 5 CO molecule. You can join them. So FeCO5. So this is trigonal bipyramidal shape. Now, what is its magnetic character? How many unpaired electrons are there? There is no unpaired electron present. So you can write further, due to the absence of any unpaired electron, the given complex is diamagnetic in nature. The given complex is diamagnetic in nature. ठीक है? तो octahedral complex already last class में study किया. Today we have studied tetrahedral complexes, square planar complexes, and trigonal bipyramidal complexes. So these are very important. Now we can start crystal field theory. These are based on valence bond theory. तो वार्नर्स थ्योरी हो गया, वैलेंस बॉन्ड थ्योरी एंड इट्स एप्लीकेशन हो गया. नाउ क्रिस्टल फील्ड थ्योरी. तो नंबर 1 था वार्नर्स थ्योरी, नंबर 2 वैलेंस बॉन्ड थ्योरी. नाउ नंबर 3 क्रिस्टल फील्ड थ्योरी, CFT, क्रिस्टल फील्ड थ्योरी. तो अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस थ्योरी, in a free transition metal ion, what are transition metal ion? The d block elements are called transition metal ion. That means the elements in which the last electron enters any one of the 5d orbital. D का 5 orbital, dxy, dyz, dz square, dxz and dx square minus y square. The element in which the last electron enters any one of the d orbital is called d block elements, and d block elements are called transition elements. So according to this theory, so in the free transition metal ion, all the 5d orbitals have equal energies. तो d orbital का जो 5 orbital dxy, dyz, dz square, dxz and dx square minus y square, all these 5d orbital has equal energies for a free transition metal ion. That means these 5d orbitals are degenerate because all of them have the same energy. So this degeneracy is maintained if the negative charge around the central metal ion forms a spherically symmetrical field. So if the central metal atom, say d block element iron is attached with Cl2, FeCl2 or FeCl3, so ferrous chloride, ferric chloride. So this is neutral transition metal. So in a free transition metal or neutral transition metal, its d orbital, 5d orbitals have equal energy. Its 5d orbital has equal energies. That means the d orbitals are degenerate, and this degeneracy is maintained if the negative ions, so Cl, these are negative ions. So if the negative ions around the central metal atom forms a spherical symmetrical field. अगर spherical symmetrical field formation हुआ, then all the 5d orbitals have the same energy. That means degeneracy is maintained. However, if the negative charge is due to the ligands, say Fe, NH3 dipositive. So iron is positively charged, oxidation number is +2. So around iron, negative charge will be there. So if the negative charge is due to the ligands, now the ligands may be either anionic ligand or maybe neutral ligands like NH3, H2O, etc. with their negative ends towards the central metal ion, then the crystal field remains no longer symmetrical. Crystal field no longer remains symmetrical. That means the degeneracy is split. You can see, according to the crystal field theory, in a free transition metal ion, its 5d orbitals have equal energies. That means the 5d orbitals are degenerate, and this degeneracy is maintained if the negative charge around the central metal atom or central metal ion forms a spherically symmetrical field. Spherically symmetrical field. However, if the negative field is due to the ligands, which may be a negative ion, anion, or which may be polar molecules or neutral molecules like NH3, H2O, etc., with their negative ends towards the central metal atom or ion, then the field no remains symmetrical. That means the degeneracy is splitted up. The pattern of splitting depends upon the nature of the crystal field that exerts its influence towards the central atom. Now you can see that how the splitting occurs in an octahedral field. The splitting of d orbitals in an octahedral field. Splitting of d orbitals in an octahedral field. So in an octahedral field, see, these are the d orbitals. 5 d orbitals. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 d orbitals. So we can write here d orbitals in free ion. So these 5 d orbitals have equal energies. That means they are degenerate. So when some negative ions attached with d orbitals, then these are the 5 d orbitals, and these d orbitals also have the equal energy. That means the degeneracy is maintained. So when the negative ions are surrounding the d orbitals, then also the degeneracy is maintained. So we can write here average energy of d orbitals in a spherical crystal field. Average energy of d orbitals in a spherical crystal field. But if the ligands are attached to the central atom, then this degeneracy is splitted up. And after splitting, d orbitals splits up. So this 5 d orbitals splitted up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So some of the orbitals have lower energy, some of the orbitals have higher energy, and this is the average energy level. Average energy of d orbitals. Average energy of d orbitals. These 3 orbitals, that means dxy, dyz and dxz, and these 2 orbitals are dz square and dx square minus y square. So these 3 orbitals are called T2g orbital, T2g, and these 2 orbitals are called Eg orbital. So T2g orbital and Eg orbital. Delta O, this is the energy of these 2 orbitals. Delta O, this O represents octahedral field. It is not 0, O, octahedral. Now energy gap, this is written plus 0.6 delta O, plus 0.6 delta O, and this distance is minus 0.4 delta O, So this is the splitting of d orbitals in an octahedral field. So according to crystal field theory, in a free transition metal ion, all the 5 d orbitals have equal energies. That means these orbitals are degenerate, and this degeneracy is maintained when the negative charges or negative ions are surrounding the central metal ion and forms a spherically crystalline field. Spherical crystalline field, crystal field अगर create होता है, then this degeneracy is maintained. But if the negative field is obtained due to the presence of ligand, now the ligand may be either negatively charged ligand or maybe polar or neutral ligands like NH3, H2O, etc. with their negative ends towards the central metal ion or central metal atom, then the field remains no longer symmetrical. That means the degeneracy is splitted up. Degeneracy is splitted up, and this splitting, so the pattern of splitting depends upon the nature of the crystal field, which extends its or exerts its influence on the central metal atom or ion. So after splitting, it gives 3 T2G orbital and 2 EG orbital. So these 3 T2G orbitals are dxy, dyz and dxz, and 2 EG orbitals are dz square and dx square minus y square. So what is crystal field splitting energy? So the difference of energy, this is average energy level. So EG orbital has higher energy, whereas T2G orbital have lower energy. So the difference of energy between the two sets of d orbital. The two sets of d orbital is T2G orbital and EG orbital. So the difference of energy between the two sets of d orbital is known as crystal field splitting energy or crystal field stabilization energy. Crystal field splitting energy or crystal field stabilization energy. The difference of energy between the two sets of d orbitals is known as crystal field splitting energy or crystal field stabilization energy. And crystal field splitting energy is represented by the symbol delta O. Here O represents octahedral. Okay. It was found that EG orbitals are 0.6 delta O above the average energy level, and T2G orbitals are minus 0.4 delta O below the average energy level. It was found, experimentally found, that EG orbitals are plus 0.6 delta O above the average energy of d orbital, average energy level, and T2G orbitals are minus 0.4 delta O below the average energy level. Now how can you calculate CFSE, crystal field splitting energy? The calculation of crystal field splitting energy or crystal field stabilization energy. Now see, say we are considering d orbital contains 5 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So d orbital has 5 electrons. Now this 5 electrons, how can you arrange these 5 electrons? So if ligands are there, now based on the ligands, strength of ligands, these electrons can be arranged in different way. If the ligand is a weak field ligand, then these 5 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 cannot be paired up. But if a strong ligand is present with the central metal atom, then this 5 electrons gets paired up against the Hahn rule. So if at first we are considering the central metal atom के साथ एक weak ligand present है, Central matter atom is surrounded by weak ligands. Then weak ligands do not have the capacity to pair up the electrons against Hund's rule. So we can write for D5 configuration, it's T2G orbital. T2G orbital contains 3 electrons and EG orbitals contains 2 electrons. This is for weak ligands. But if a strong ligand is present, if strong ligands are present surrounding the central atom, then for 5 electrons you can write, तो strong ligand present होने से क्या होगा, all the 5 electrons gets paired up, तो paired up होने से 5 electrons 1 2 3 4 and 5th electron comes here, pairing हो जाएगा. So you can write T2G 5 EG 0. So for weak ligands you can write like this, T2G 3 EG 2. For strong ligand T2G 5 EG 0. So calculation of crystal field splitting energy. How can you calculate crystal field splitting energy? So if X number of electrons are present in T2G orbitals and Y number of electrons are present in EG orbitals. So here in T2G orbital say X number of electrons present, and in EG orbital say Y number of electrons are present. Then crystal field splitting energy or crystal field stabilization energy can be calculated by the formula minus 0.4 into T2G orbital में कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन, X इलेक्ट्रॉन, X T2G orbital minus 0.4, तो minus 0.4 into X plus EG orbital में plus 0.6 into how many electrons are present in EG orbital, Y into Y, and crystal field splitting energy is represented by delta O. Okay, so for this minus 0.4 into 3 plus 0.6 into 2, clear? Then you can calculate. Or for strong ligand, if the expression is like this is d orbital occupation. If the d orbital occupation is like this, then minus 0.4 into 5 plus 0.6 into 0. Okay, so you can calculate crystal field splitting energy or stabilization energy from this formula. So now one information. So depending upon crystal field theory, we can explain whether a complex formed is high spin complex or low spin complex. In presence of weak field ligand, high spin complexes are formed, and in presence of strong field ligand, low spin complexes are formed. याद रखना, in presence of weak field ligand, high spin complexes are formed, whether in presence of strong field ligand, low spin complexes are formed. For example, you see, if in a complex its d orbital contains 4 electrons. If in a complex its d orbital contains 4 electrons, then d orbital occupation will be T2G. See the d orbital. So these are T2G orbital and these are EG orbital. ठीक है, तो if d orbital contains 4 electrons, then T2G orbital 1, 2, 3 and then 4. ठीक है, if the ligand present is weak field ligand, तो T2G 3 and EG 1, तो weak field ligand रहने से T2G 3 EG 1, that means एक इलेक्ट्रॉन एक्साइटेड स्टेट पे चला गया, ऊपर का स्टेट पे चला गया. सो दिस इज अ हाई स्पिन कॉम्प्लेक्स. ठीक है, सो आई एम राइटिंग हियर हाई स्पिन कॉम्प्लेक्स. तो हाई स्पिन कॉम्प्लेक्स इज फॉर्म एंड हाई स्पिन कॉम्प्लेक्स इज फॉर्म्ड इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ वीक फील्ड लिगैंड. बट इफ देयर इज ए स्ट्रॉन्ग लिगैंड प्रेजेंट, if strong ligand is present surrounding the central atom, then क्या होगा, this 4 unpaired electron gets paired up against the Hunt's rod. तो ये चारों unpaired electron paired होने से कैसा होगा, तो 1, 2, 3, 4. so d orbital का जो occupation है T2G, तो T2G orbital में चारों इलेक्ट्रॉन and EG orbital does not contain any electron. तो EG ऑर्बिटल में कोई भी इलेक्ट्रॉन नहीं है. सो दिस इज लो स्पिन कॉम्प्लेक्स. लो स्पिन कॉम्प्लेक्स इज फॉर्म्ड. तो इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ weak ligands, high spin complexes are formed. Again, in presence of strong ligands or strong field ligands, low spin complexes are formed. Say d orbital contains 5 electrons. If d orbital contains 5 electrons, then in presence of weak field ligand, 5 electrons कैसा होगा, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That means T2G orbital contains 3 electrons and EG orbital contains 2 electrons. Then it is a high spin complex. But in presence of strong field ligand, these 5 electrons arranged like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4 and 5. That means T2G 5, EG 0. So this is a low spin complex. For D6, if d orbital contains 6 electrons, then in presence of weak field ligand, 6 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then 6th. That means T2G 4, EG 2, high spin complex. Or if strong field ligands are there, then 2, 4, 6 electrons. That means T2G 6, EG 0. That is low spin complex. If d orbital contains 7 electrons, so 7 electrons होने से 5, 6, 7. तो T2G orbital will contain, तो 7 electrons में 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then 6, 7. So T2G 5, EG 2. This is high spin complex. T2G 6 and EG 1 for strong ligand. पहले पेयर्ड अप हो जाएगा, उसके बाद EG ऑर्बिटल में इलेक्ट्रॉन आएगा. तो T2G 6, EG 1. It is low spin complex. So in presence of weak field ligands, the complexes formed are high spin complexes, but in presence of strong field ligand the complexes formed are low spin complexes. तो अभी इसको एक एग्जांपल के बारे में दिखाते कैसे क्वेश्चन हो सकता है. तो क्वेश्चन, एक्सप्लेन why CO NH3 tripositive is low spin complex while CO F6 3 negative is a high spin complex. To explain why CO NH3 tripositive is a low spin complex while CO F6 trinegative is a high spin complex. तो इसको जब आंसर करोगे तो पहले देखो यहाँ पे कोबाल्ट का ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट कितना है, +3, बिकॉज NH3 इज न्यूट्रल लिगैंड. यहाँ पे कोबाल्ट का ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट फ्लोराइड F नेगेटिव, तो F इज -1 into 6, -6 इस साइड में आने से +6, तो -3 and +6, तो इन बोथ द कॉम्प्लेक्सेस कोबाल्ट इज इन +3 ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट. तो इन both the complexes, in both the complex ions, cobalt is in +3 oxidation state. ठीक है, तो cobalt atomic number 27, that means argon 18, 4s2 3d7, तो 3d7 तो d ऑर्बिटल 1 2 3 4 5 d ऑर्बिटल, then 4s. तो 3d 4s 4p, तो 4s2 3d7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So here cobalt is in +3 oxidation state. That means 2 electron removes from its valence 4s shell and 1 electron from 3d subshell. So here remain 3d6. 2 3 4 5 4s and then 4p. तो 6 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. ठीक है. Now in CO NH3 tripositive, तो in CO NH3 tripositive, in CO NH3 tripositive ion, तो NH3 normally weak ligand होता है, but when NH3 is attached with cobalt, it acts as a strong ligand. तो here NH3 acts as a strong ligand. So due to the presence of strong ligand, the unpaired electrons gets paired up. So after paired up, its d orbital. ये लिखना पड़ेगा. In CO NH3 tripositive, NH3 acts as a strong ligand. So due to the presence of strong NH3 ligand, the unpaired electron in 3d orbitals gets paired up. ठीक है, gets paired up and give the d orbital occupation. D orbital occupation and give the d orbital occupation T2G6 Eg0 और ऑर्बिटल पेयर 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होने से क्या होगा, ये जो d ऑर्बिटल में, d ऑर्बिटल ऑक्यूपेशन में 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, 2 4 6, so these are T2G orbital and these are Eg orbital. तो T2G ऑर्बिटल में 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आ गया बिकॉज NH3 इज ए स्ट्रॉन्ग लिगैंड, तो T2G6 is 0, hence CuNH3 tripositive is a low spin complex. T2G6 हो गया, Eg में कोई इलेक्ट्रॉन नहीं है, that's why CuNH3 tripositive is a low spin complex. But in COF6 3 negative, F negative ion is a weak ligand and cannot pair up the unpaired electrons of 3d orbital. So since F negative ion is a weak ligand, so the electrons in the d orbitals cannot pair up. So the d orbital occupation will be, now these 6 electrons 1 2 3 4 5 and then 6th. F negative ion is a weak ligand, so it cannot pair up the unpaired electrons of d orbitals against the Hund's rule. So d orbital occupation becomes T2G orbital contains how many electrons? 4 electrons, T2G4, and Eg orbital contains 2 electrons. So hence CuF6 trinegative is a high spin complex. To explain why CuNH3 tripositive is low spin complex and why CuF6 trinegative is a high spin complex. So high spin and low spin complex can be explained by using crystal field theory. ठीक है, तो in both the complexes cobalt is in +3 oxidation state. तो +3 oxidation state, तो in free state the electronic configuration of cobalt is argon 18 4s2 3d7, and since it is in +3 oxidation state, so 3d6 because 2 electron from 4s orbital and 1 electron leaves from 3d orbital, so 3d6. So these are the 6 electrons. So in CuNH3 tripositive, so since NH3 is a strong ligand in presence of cobalt, the unpaired electron in 3d orbitals gets paired up. So in CuNH3 tripositive, the d orbital occupation according to crystal field theory is T2G6 Eg0. Hence CuNH3 tripositive is a low spin complex. But in COF6 trinegative, F negative ion is a weak field ligand and cannot pair up the unpaired electrons in 3d orbitals. So according to crystal field theory, the d orbital occupation is T2G4 Eg2. That's why it is a high spin complex. ठीक है, so another question here, the question is give the IUPAC name, oxidation state, coordination number, electronic configuration, stereochemistry and magnetic moment of the following complexes. तो यहाँ पे तुम्हें IUPAC नेम लिखना है, ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर, तो IUPAC नेम लिखने के लिए ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर मास चाहिए, कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर चाहिए, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन ऑफ द सेंट्रल एटम, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन लिखने के लिए क्रिस्टल फील्ड थ्योरी अप्लाई करके T2G एंड Eg ऑर्बिटल में कितना इलेक्ट्रॉन है वो लिखना पड़ेगा। स्टीरियोकेमिस्ट्री, स्टीरियोकेमिस्ट्री मीन्स शेप ऑफ द मॉलिक्यूल, तो शेप लिखने के लिए हाइब्रिडाइजेशन चाहिए। एंड देन मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट, एंड मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट कैन बी कैलकुलेटेड बाय knowing the number of unpaired electron present in the complex. So देखते हैं आंसर। तो एट फर्स्ट नंबर 1, तो K4 Mn CN6। तो पहले IUPAC नेम ऑफ दिस कॉम्प्लेक्स, तो K इज पोटाशियम, देन हेक्सा सायानो, तो सेकेंड पार्ट इज नेगेटिव, तो Mn इज मैंगानीज, तो मैंगानीज नेगेटिव पार्ट एंड्स विथ 8, तो मैंगानीज हो जाएगा मैंगानेट, फॉलोड बाय ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर इन ब्रैकेट। अभी ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर, ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट, तो ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट, तो 4 इंटू +1, पोटाशियम इज +1 प्लस मैंगानीज X, तो पोटाशियम ग्रुप 1 एलिमेंट, सो यू कैन राइट +1, तो मैंगानीज इज X प्लस Cn is -1, तो 6 इंटू -1, दिस इज ए न्यूट्रल कॉम्प्लेक्स इक्वल्स टू 0, तो +4 प्लस X -6 equals to 0, that means X -2 equals to 0, that is X equals to +2, तो ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट मिला +2, so here we can write 2, ठीक है। so ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट +2, तो सेंट्रल एटम इज मैंगानीज, तो मैंगानीज का ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट है +2। नेक्स्ट कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर, तो कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर 6 मोनोडेंटेड लिगैंड, तो कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर इज 6, तो +2 ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट, 6 इज द कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर। तो IUPAC नेम हो गया, ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट एंड कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर हो गया। नाउ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन, तो here manganese is in +2 oxidation state, तो +2, तो atomic number of manganese is 25, तो 25 +2, तो argon 18, तो this 2 electron removed from its valence shell 4s, तो 4s से 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन चला दिया, तो रह गया 4s to 20 3d 5 25, तो 25 से 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन चला जाने से 23, तो 18 + 5 23, because 4s orbital contains no electron here, both the electron leaves from 4s orbital, so 3d5, तो 3d5 that means T2g orbital, so here you see Cn is the strong ligand, so for strong ligand these 5 unpaired electrons in d orbital gets paired up, and after pairing they give T2g5 and Eg0. These are the 5 d electrons, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, ठीक है। Eg orbital, T2g orbital, these are Eg orbital, these are T2g orbital. So since Cn negative ion is a strong ligand, so these 5 electrons gets paired up, 1 pair, 2 pair, 2 to 4 and then 5. So T2g orbital contains 5 electrons and Eg orbital contains 0 electrons. So this is the electronic configuration. Argon 18 3d5 4s0, ये नहीं लिखने से भी होगा, that means T2g5 Eg0, ये हो गया इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन। नाउ स्टीरियोकेमिस्ट्री, तो सिंस coordination number is 6, so stereochemistry, that means shape of the molecule must be octahedron. तो stereochemistry octahedron होगा, octahedron. एंड क्यों octahedron? तो हाइब्रिडाइजेशन क्या होगा? बिकॉज d ऑर्बिटल्स गेट्स पेयर्ड अप. तो अगर d ऑर्बिटल पेयर्ड हो जाने से 2 2 4 and 1 5 electron. That means D2 S and 4p. This is 3D, this is 4s and this is 4p. तो पेयर्ड हो जाने से these are the 6 orbitals. 1 2 3 4 5 and this 6. तो 6 electron pairs dominated by 6 Cn negative ion. So it is D2 S P3 hybridization हुआ. D2 S P3 hybridization takes place. So D2 S P3 hybridization होने से the complex formed is inner orbital complex. And since coordination number is 6, that means stereochemistry of the compound is octahedron or shape of the compound is octahedron. ठीक है? How many unpaired electrons are there? तो T2G5 से ही पता चलता है number of unpaired electron is 1. So now calculate करना है magnetic moment. Magnetic moment. Here number of unpaired electron. So number of unpaired electron is n and n is equals to 1. So therefore magnetic moment. Magnetic moment mu is equals to root over n into n plus 2. Unit is Bohr magneton. Root over 1 into 1 plus 2 Bohr magneton. So 1 plus 2 3. This is root over 3 Bohr magneton and root over 3 is 1.73 Bohr magneton. So this is your answer. 1.73. Magnetic moment is 1.73. So for 1 unpaired electron 1.73. 2 unpaired electron 2.83. 3 unpaired electron 3.87. 4 unpaired electron 4.90. 5 unpaired electron 5.92. Okay. Now this one. So number 2. CO NH35 Cl Cl2. So at first IUPAC name of this compound, pentamine, AMMINE, pentamine. Cl को क्या लिखते हैं? क्लोरिडो, not chloro, क्लोरिडो. This is cobalt. First part. The first part is positive. Cobalt. Oxidation number in bracket. And then counter ion. Chloride. ठीक है? तो हो गया IUPAC ने. अभी ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर चाहिए. तो पहले ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर निकलते हैं. तो ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट. So here cobalt central atom is X plus 5 NH3 ligand. So NH3 is neutral ligand. Oxidation number of neutral ligand is 0 plus 1 chlorine. So chlorine is -1 plus यहाँ पे 2 chlorine है. So 2 into chlorine is -1 and it is a neutral molecule. That means X minus 3 equals to 0 or X equals to plus 3. So here oxidation number of cobalt is in plus 3 oxidation state. ठीक है? तो plus 3 oxidation state होने से 1 2 3. तो IUPAC name complete हुआ. Pentamine, chlorido cobalt 3 chloride. Coordination number. The coordination number, the 5 NH3 ligand and 1 Cl ligand. The 5 plus 1, 6. The coordination number is 6. These are not ligands, these are counter ions. Coordination number के बाद electronic configuration. Electronic configuration. So cobalt. The cobalt atomic number is 27. It is in +3 oxidation state. So argon 18. Normally 4s to 3d7. अभी हो जाएगा 3d6. 4s से 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन और 3d से 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन चला गया, तो 3d6. That means T2G6 Eg0. तो T2G6 Eg0. तो क्यों T2G6 Eg0? See, तो d orbital. So here d orbital 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 contains 6 electrons. 6 electrons. These are Eg orbital and these are T2G orbitals. T2G and Eg. NH3 is attached with cobalt. So NH3 acts as a strong ligand, and due to presence of strong ligand, these 6 electrons in the d orbital. तो 6 में तो एक तो paired up है, तो the 4 unpaired electrons gets paired up against the Hahn rule. True pair. ये चारों unpaired electron gets paired up. तो T2G orbital contains 6 electrons. Eg orbital does not contain any electron. That means number of unpaired electron कितना है? Nil. Number of unpaired electron is 0. Okay. तो हो गया electronic configuration. The electronic configuration is cobalt 3 positive ion, that is 3d6. That means T2G6 Eg0. Stereochemistry. तो stereochemistry, that means shape of the molecule. तो shape of the molecule क्या होगा? तो coordination number is 6. That means octahedral. Octahedral. And since all the 6 electrons gets paired up, that means d orbital leaves 2 vacant orbital. So hybridization will be D2sp3, 2, 3 and 3, 6 hybridization. And D2sp3 hybridization means the compound is inner orbital complex again. तो stereochemistry हो गया. Now magnetic moment. So here number of unpaired electron. So number of unpaired electron, that is n value is 0. So therefore magnetic moment, that is mu, is equals to root over n into n plus 2 Bn. So n value is 0. 0 into 0 plus 2. This is equals to 0. Magnetic moment value is 0. तो ऐसे और भी एग्जाम्पल हो सकता है. यहाँ तक क्लियर है? And there are some organometallic compounds also in coordination compounds like ferrocene, Jay's salt, etc. So or give examples of organometallic compound. You can write ferrocene, Jay's salt, etc. So this chapter is complete. I will give you some other questions also in your notes. I think you can easily understood the chapter. थैंक यू।